Any fruit salad is a really refreshing way to start off any meal. So for this video, I'm going to show you guys how to make a very basic melon and mint salad with a few other really special yet easy ingredients that'll really bring this dish over the top. Now to start this off, I'm going to grab my big ass knife and start cubing up this watermelon into nice small bite-sized cubes. And you can cut this up any way that you want to. Here I'm just going to be using little tiny cubes. You could of course use the melon ball technique that I use in the fruit salad video. The link will be down in the description. Not only can you watch me cut up probably a year's worth of fruit, but it can also show you some other techniques and other ways to cut up your fruits. You really just want to make sure that you're getting the pieces small enough, that way they're easy to eat. And if you think you're cutting it too small, go a little bit smaller because it's just easier to eat it that way. And what's really great about this recipe is it's extremely versatile. You can use just about any other kind of fruit. Here I'm just going to be using watermelon and a cantaloupe, but you can probably even use a honeydew melon, as well as maybe some grapes, some strawberries. Very versatile, and it's going to be just great either way, no matter what you use. And just like what I did with the watermelon, I'm going to cube up this cantaloupe, and when I'm done, I'm going to throw it all into a bowl and then throw it in the fridge. You want to keep everything as chilled down as possible, because not only does no one want to eat warm fruit, but it'll just keep it all fresh and even extra juicy, because you want the fruit to hold on to as much juice as possible. Otherwise, you'll see later on, it could drip down into the bottom of it and you just end up with this soup that's not that good. But after we're done cubing up all of our fruit, again, I'm going to throw it all in the fridge and we're going to move on to our dressing. And here I'm going to be using a red wine vinegar dressing. I'm actually going to cook it down into a glaze, and you could do the same thing with balsamic vinegar. Really use whatever type of vinegar you want. An apple cider vinegar would probably work just as well, but of course I'm going to be using red wine vinegar here. And to the red wine vinegar, I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of sugar. This is completely optional. You don't need to add any sugar. I just like a little bit of added sweetness to the really tartness that this is going to cook down into. And again, you're going to be using a lot of it. You're going to be probably using around 2 cups worth, and you'll see that this will cook down into just over a few tablespoons of this glaze. The glaze is really strong and it's really amazingly tasty, but again, it's just you don't get that much of it. So after I'm done cooking it down, which will take a while, it'll take about 30-45 minutes to cook it all down into this nice thick substance, I'm going to throw it in the fridge, chill it down all the way. Again, you want all the components of this salad to be nice and chilled before you actually mix it together and serve it. So while all of those other ingredients are chilling in the fridge, I'm going to dice up a few mint leaves, and the mint really brings an added level of freshness. It's not going to be too overpowering, but just like salt in a lot of other dishes, the mint really brings out the flavors of the melons, and it really just brings it over the top. And because this recipe is really simple and very versatile, you want the few ingredients that you are using to really shine on their own and really bring something special to the entire overall dish. And with the majority of our ingredients ready to go, we're going to start by adding all of our fruits into our mixing bowl. Again, comment down below what other type of fruits you would like to see in this. I think some pears would go really well, some apple slices, again, maybe even some grapes would be really good with this. But after adding in the fruit that I want in this salad together, I'm going to give it a nice little gentle tossing, add some of the mint leaves in. Again, give it a nice gentle tossing, and you want to be gentle when you toss it, because otherwise, if you aren't, you're going to crush the fruit and then you're just going to end up with a bunch of soup at the bottom. And with that being said, I'm only going to add in about half of the feta cheese here, because feta cheese is a very delicate cheese. If you add in all of it, you'll just be disappointed because it'll all pretty much just dissolve away and melt down into the bottom. So I only add about half here. Same thing with the pickled red onions as well. And speaking of pickled red onions, I'll have a link in the description below to my pickling video where I make these pickled red onions. They add great acidity to every dish, and I make a giant batch of it just about once a month to add to dishes throughout the month, and they are really good. And again, it's just going to add another level of acidity to this dish, kind of counteract all of the sweetness and really make this all these flavors pop. And after garnishing it with some extra feta, some pickled red onions, and even some more mint leaves, you can't forget about the balsamic glaze, or here a vinaigrette glaze that I made. Again, this will just add another level of sweetness with a bit of tartness, and it really is amazing, and it really is something special. You could probably throw this on any type of salad or really anything that you make. It tastes amazing, and it really is good. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I know this was a really simple one, but it is a really tasty one that you should definitely give a try. It's also super healthy, and it's great for the summer. So again, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, follow my Instagram, follow my Facebook pages for some behind the scenes access at my recipe testing. And again, thanks. Peace.